This is my 50th video, and now I'm full-time on YouTube, and I have zero natural talent. I'm not charismatic, I don't have a background in entertainment, I'm just a normal person who figured out a system. And I'm going to show you exactly what I did, because anyone can copy this. Everyone's journey is different, but I'll show you how to make success inevitable. I'll break this down step by step so it's super easy to follow. In this video, you'll get my complete framework for sustainable YouTube growth, the sweet spot formula that prevents burnout, and 4 systems you can copy starting today to make success inevitable. Nobody wants to hear this anymore, but consistency still is the golden key to YouTube success. And I get it, you're probably rolling your eyes right now. It's not exactly exciting or new advice. It doesn't sound revolutionary. Maybe that's why everyone stopped talking about it. They're all hunting for the next magic bullet instead. But think about it like this. You don't go to the gym once and expect abs. You don't invest $1 and expect to retire. YouTube works the same way. It's compound growth. The longer you stick with it, the more exponential it gets. I spent a very long time trying to figure out a shortcut to this, but it turns out there's no substitute for just showing up. So point number 1, if you want to blow up, you need to make stuff. Keep showing up. Do the best you can with what you have. But most advice stops there. They just say, be consistent and ghost you. That's like telling someone to just be rich. Useless. I'm going to show you exactly how to pull this off. But first, let me tell you about something that's made my own posting schedule way more manageable. Here's the reality of being consistent on YouTube. You're not just making one video, you're making that main video plus shorts. And maybe you're sending them to all the different platforms, plus all the editing and formatting that goes with each one. That's where Nexus Clips comes in. You upload your long form content and their AI automatically finds the best moments, cuts them into shorts, adds captions, and formats everything for the different platforms. What used to eat up half of my Sunday now happens while I'm doing other things. I can focus on making better long form content instead of spending hours on repetitive editing. The best part is, it's not just saving time, it's actually better at spotting engaging moments than I am. Their AI has analyzed thousands of viral clips, so it knows what works. Go to nexusclips.com and use code DAVE for 10% off. That's the link in the description. Because if you're going to be consistent, you need tools to make consistency possible. All right, now that you know consistency is the foundation, let me show you how to actually build it without burning out. Consistency isn't about having a rigid schedule where you post at 10 a.m. every Wednesday or else. It can be if that works for you, but it's really about finding your sweet spot. There's a balance between YouTube's love for data and people's attention spans and burnout prevention. Of course, the almighty algorithm loves frequent uploads, but unless you have a whole team, you're juggling everything yourself. Plus, every type of content is different. Maybe you're doing woodworking projects that take a month to make. How are you going to make weekly videos? Maybe you're making shorts, then weekly advice is probably wrong. Think of it like exercise intensity. If you go too easy, you don't grow. If you go too hard, you get injured. You want that zone where you're pushed but not destroyed. If I pull out all the stops, I can make a video in 24 hours. But I don't know how long I could sustain that for. And that brings us to the other thing we're juggling, your mental health. What good is posting a bunch of videos if you can't sustain it? I'm not saying never do a sprint, but you're not going to achieve your goals by burning out. Your sweet spot might be different. Maybe it's twice a week. Maybe it's every 2 weeks with incredible quality. The point is finding what you can sustain for months, not survive for weeks. Ask yourself, what feels challenging but doable? What won't make you hate creating content? The sweet spot is different for everyone, but most creators never even look for theirs. They just copy what someone else is doing and wonder why they burn out. I'd like to share something personal. I'm a recovering perfectionist. My very first video, I filmed it and then it sat on my computer for 3 whole months. I kept telling myself that I needed to fix the audio, to redo the intro, change the lighting. Really, I was just terrified it wasn't good enough. I had this perfect video in my head, and what I created didn't match. It took me a while to figure out that you'll never feel ready enough. I'm 50 videos in, and I still don't feel ready enough for half the stuff I publish. Here's what I learned. You have to take a leap of faith, and trust you'll figure things out as you go. Because the brutal truth is, the only way to succeed on YouTube is to post consistently. Not perfectly, consistently. Your goal isn't perfection. Your goal is to get everything good enough. If you can do that, then you have all the time in the world to just get a little better with each video and keep going. Then success becomes inevitable. Perfect never ships. Good enough compounds. I'd rather have 50 good videos than 0 perfect ones. The difference between people who stay consistent and people who burn out is systems. You need systems that work even when motivation doesn't. You can just copy mine. System 1 is the idea bank. This is probably the best habit you can build behind actually making content. Collect good ideas as you come across them. Put them in Google Docs, Notions, screenshots on your phone. It doesn't matter where you put them. Here's what's really happening. You're training your brain to spot what works. After a few months of this, you start seeing patterns. You develop taste. Anytime you sit down to create, you've got this inspiration bank waiting for you. No more staring at blank screens. For hunting down ideas, I use vidIQ. It shows me videos that are performing way better than expected. The free version works fine, but if you want to search for specifically the outlier videos, you need the paid version. You can try it for $1. I got a link in the description. System 2 is a neat workflow with AI. When I need help figuring out what might work best in my video, I take videos that I've saved as inspiration and do this. I give the transcript and a bunch of comments from that video to AI. Then I ask it to analyze what made that video interesting, what the comments liked, what points should I cover in my own video. This isn't about copying, it's about understanding why something worked so you can apply those principles to your own ideas. System 3 is templates for everything. I have templates for thumbnails, video descriptions, my editing timeline. Every time I start a new video, everything I need is in one place. No reinventing the wheel, no decision fatigue. Plus, this creates a consistent look across all of my content. When people see my stuff, they know it's me. That's brand building without even trying. System 4 is the buffer week. This one's subtle but powerful. I give myself a full week to make each video, even though the actual work probably takes about 2 days. This gives me time to sit with ideas, review scripts with fresh eyes, watch other content and get inspired, add custom touches to the edit without rushing. But not so long that I overthink everything into the ground. That's the sweet spot between rushed and paralyzed. This balance lets me be creative while still doing the most important thing at a good pace, posting stuff. And hey, just real quick, if you could do me a favor and hit the like button, it helps a lot more than you know. Thanks. Let me paint you a picture of what this system looks like in practice. I film on Mondays, so let's back this up a bit. On Thursday, I browse my idea bank, and then I use vidIQ to find outliers and then add them to that idea bank as well. Friday and Saturday, I generally have my video concept that excites me. I research the topic, I lock in the title and the thumbnail. I use that AI analysis on the inspiration videos to figure out how I can talk about this topic. Then I move on to scripting. My script blueprint comes in clutch here, link in the description. Sunday, I come back with fresh eyes on that script and make changes and refine it. Monday, I make any last minute tweaks and then film the video. I get what I need for the thumbnail and I use a template to make it. Tuesday, I edit with my editing template. No pressure, no rush. Any extra time can be spent experimenting. Then I upload, write the description with a template, schedule with a template. This leaves Wednesday as a buffer day. I can do whatever I want. It's nothing revolutionary, nothing that requires special talent, just a system that works whether I feel inspired or not. When I started, I thought successful creators had a secret I didn't know, some natural gift I was missing. Turns out, most successful creators aren't the most talented, they're just the most consistent. They built systems that work on bad days, not just good ones. You don't need to be special. You don't need perfect equipment or perfect ideas. You need to find your sustainable pace and stick with it long enough for the compound effect to kick in. The only difference between you and creators who are making it is they started before they were ready and they built systems to stay consistent. These 4 systems we cover handle the strategy and workflow for consistent posting, but if you want to see my complete step-by-step process, I go over exactly how to do that in this video. I got a detailed breakdown. It's my complete AI workflow for weekly YouTube videos in 6 steps.